Unbelievable scenes in the NBA. Draymond Green has just completely lost it on a Houston Rockets player, and the drama is exploding across the league. Known for his fiery intensity, Draymond took things to another level in this heated moment, leaving fans and analysts stunned. The confrontation wasn't just your usual trash talk, it had the entire arena buzzing and players rushing in to separate them. Social media is already blowing up with reactions, with some calling it vintage Draymond and others questioning if he crossed the line this time. Will the league step in with fines or suspensions? Or is this just playoff-style passion spilling over early? One thing's for sure, NBA drama doesn't get bigger than this. Unbelievable. Draymond Green loses it on a Houston Rockets player. NBA drama absolutely explodes. Yes, you heard that right. One of the most controversial and polarizing figures in the league just delivered another shocking moment that fans, analysts, and even his own teammates cannot stop talking about. And trust me, this wasn't just your average scuffle on the court. This was the kind of explosive drama that shakes up the entire NBA conversation, ignites social media, and leaves everybody asking the same question: has Draymond Green finally gone too far? Or was he just being Draymond in the most raw and unfiltered way possible? Let's set the scene. The Golden State Warriors were in a heated matchup against the Houston Rockets, a team with young energy, fast pace, and no fear of challenging the veterans. It was already a tense game, with both teams fighting for momentum, the crowd buzzing, and every possession feeling heavier than the last. The Rockets have been building their identity around scrappiness, confidence, and attitude, and that means they're never backing down from a fight, especially not against a dynasty like the Warriors. But when Draymond Green is on the court, emotions always run high. And on this night, things crossed the line. Midway through the game, after a heated possession filled with contact, elbows, and trash talk, Draymond Green absolutely lost it. He snapped at a Rockets player with a fury that stunned the arena. Cameras caught the intensity in his eyes, the way he charged forward, and the split second where teammates and referees had to rush in to stop things from escalating even further. The crowd erupted, some cheering, some booing, and others just stunned at what they had just witnessed. It wasn't just a normal argument. It was Draymond in full, unleash mode, the type of outburst that's been both his weapon and his curse throughout his career. Fans instantly went online. Clips of the incident spread like wildfire across Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. The reaction was instant, and it was divided. Some said Draymond was just standing up for himself and his team, showing the fight that makes him such an irreplaceable piece of the Warriors' DNA. Others argued this was yet another case of him losing control, another unnecessary distraction, and another reason people believe his days with Golden State could be numbered. But before we break that down, you have to understand one thing: Draymond Green has built his entire career on walking that dangerous line between passion and chaos. And tonight was just another reminder of that legacy. Think about it. Draymond is not your average NBA player. He's not the guy who lights up the scoreboard with 30 points every night. He's not the guy who relies on highlight reel dunks to win the crowd. What makes him different, what makes him special, is his edge. He's the emotional core of the Warriors, the enforcer, the talker, the agitator, and the man who does all the dirty work that doesn't show up in the box score. But with that comes risk. Because when you live on the edge, sometimes you fall over it. And that's what happened here. His fiery personality turned into an all-out meltdown. The Rockets player involved didn't back down either. He looked Draymond straight in the eyes, chirping back, refusing to be intimidated. That only lit the fire hotter. Teammates had to step between them, with Steph Curry visibly pulling Draymond aside, trying to calm him down, while referees handed out technicals to restore order. The arena was electric, every fan glued to the drama as if it were more entertaining than the actual game. This wasn't just basketball anymore. This was theater. This was raw, unfiltered emotion exploding on the hardwood. But here's the part that makes it even more fascinating. Draymond Green has a history of these moments. Kicking Steven Adams, punching Jordan Poole, stepping on Domantas Sabonis, getting suspended in key playoff moments, the list goes on. And every single time, the conversation is the same. Some fans defend him as a warrior doing whatever it takes to win. Others say he's a liability who hurts his team more than he helps. And yet, no matter what happens, the Warriors continue to ride with him. They know his fire, his defense, and his leadership are irreplaceable. But after this latest outburst against the Rockets, the question becomes louder than ever: how much longer can Golden State tolerate these explosions before they say enough is enough? Social media polls after the incident were wild. Thousands of fans voted on whether the Warriors should keep Draymond or trade him, and the results were split almost 50-50. That shows you exactly how divisive this man is. Half the NBA world sees him as a necessary evil, the guy you hate unless he's on your team. The other half sees him as a ticking time bomb, one bad moment away from derailing a season. And the Rockets game just added more fuel to that fire. Warriors legend Stephen Curry has always been Draymond's biggest supporter. He's often said he can't imagine playing without him, that Draymond's energy and defense are just as important as his own shooting. But even Steph, after this game, looked visibly frustrated. Cameras caught him shaking his head as the referees explained the technical foul, almost as if he was saying, "Not again." That body language speaks volumes. Because if even Steph Curry, the most patient, loyal superstar in the NBA, is losing patience, then you know the situation is serious. Let's also not ignore how the Rockets felt. After the game, their players were asked about Draymond's meltdown, and they didn't hold back. One young player said, "We're not scared of him. That old-school intimidation doesn't work on us." Another added, "He can bark all he wants, but at the end of the day, it's basketball. We're here to compete." That kind of confidence from a young Rockets team shows how the league is shifting. Teams no longer see Draymond as the terrifying enforcer of the past. Instead, some see him as a veteran who can be baited into losing his cool, which could actually hurt the Warriors instead of helping them. And that is where the real drama lies. Because for years, Draymond's intimidation tactics worked. Players didn't want to mess with him. They didn't want to deal with the trash talk, the physicality, the energy. But now, younger teams, like the Rockets, thrive on that chaos. They welcome it. They know if they can get under Draymond's skin, they can throw the Warriors off their rhythm. And if Draymond continues to fall for it, the Warriors could find themselves at a serious disadvantage. NBA analysts immediately jumped in on the debate. On TV shows and podcasts, the conversation was heated. One analyst said Draymond Green is the reason the Warriors dynasty has rings. Without him, they don't win. Another countered, the game has passed him by. He's more of a liability now than an asset. The truth is probably somewhere in the middle. But no matter what side you're on, you can't deny that Draymond Green continues to be one of the most talked about players in the league. And that's exactly why this latest outburst is dominating headlines. Let's dive deeper into how this affects the Warriors moving forward. This season is already critical for them. The dynasty is aging. Steph is still incredible, but he's not getting any younger. Klay Thompson is trying to rediscover his form after multiple injuries. Andrew Wiggins has been inconsistent. Jonathan Kuminga is rising but still developing. The front office has to make tough decisions about the future. And Draymond Green? He's right at the center of it all. His contract, his leadership, his legacy, all of it is being questioned. And incidents like this only add more pressure. Fans in the Bay Area are split. Some still love him, chanting his name, defending him online, saying this is just part of who Draymond is and why the Warriors are tough enough to win championships. Others are exhausted, saying they're tired of the distractions, the suspensions, and the drama. It's a civil war among Warriors fans, and it mirrors the debate happening across the league. But here's the twist. Despite all the criticism, despite all the chaos, you cannot deny Draymond's impact. After the incident, once things settled down, he actually locked in defensively. He made key stops. He grabbed rebounds. He set the tone physically, as if the outburst had recentered his energy back into the game. That's the paradox of Draymond Green. He can be the problem and the solution, sometimes in the exact same quarter. It's what makes him so unique, so frustrating, and so unforgettable. The Rockets game might go down as just another chapter in the wild, unpredictable saga of Draymond Green. But it's also a warning. Because if he continues to lose his composure, the Warriors' future could unravel faster than anyone expects. Rival teams are watching. They're waiting. They know that if they can push Draymond to the edge, they might just push the Warriors out of contention. And that's why this moment matters more than just one technical foul in one regular season game. It's a symbol of everything the Warriors are dealing with right now, the balancing act between glory and collapse, between loyalty and change, between holding on and moving on. So, where does this leave us? Draymond Green losing it on a Rockets player was more than just NBA drama. It was a flashpoint in a season filled with uncertainty, a reminder of how volatile and captivating this league truly is. Love him or hate him, you cannot ignore him. Draymond Green is the kind of player who makes you feel something every single night, whether it's admiration, anger, or disbelief. And in today's NBA, that's rare. He is chaos. He is passion. He is controversy. And once again, he has the entire basketball world talking. Unbelievable. Draymond Green loses it on a Rockets player, and NBA drama explodes. The story doesn't end here. Because every game moving forward, fans will be watching him closer, wondering if the next explosion is just around the corner. And whether you're a Warriors fan praying for another title run, or a rival fan hoping for their downfall, one thing is clear: Draymond Green guarantees the ride will never, ever be boring.